Okay, we are here from 7 and we found the bridge was flood. So what I would like to urge the government to improve on side of drainage system.
It is these waters that have seen city residents express anger over the lack of foresight by the county government, despite numerous alerts from the weatherman indicating that there will be unusually heavy rains across the country. The last 2 days of heavy rains have presented a traffic nightmare for city residents following flooding and resulting in the death of 9 people killed after a wall collapsed in South B following heavy rains. It is this reality that has seen the focus shift to the county government to provide answers on its plan to change the misfortunes of city residents. The Nairobi County Executive Member in charge of roads and infrastructure, Abdullahi Mohammed, admitting that they had received the alert from the Meteorological Department, says that the flooding was not as a result of poor drainage systems, but is a result of the intense rains.
In the last 2 days, we've had 12% of the annual rainfall that we normally get. And that's a disaster. Yes, the system collapsed as a result of the intensity. What you're seeing is the result of the intensity as opposed to the level of preparedness.
At the same time, he says, as an emergency measure, they have set aside 50 million shillings towards repairing broken drainages and unclogging the blocked drainages.
We need to do something very quickly. The governor has put aside 50 million shillings to implement some quick fixes to open up our drains so that we don't have this experience again.
He has urged city residents to be conscious of the environment and avoid disposing garbage in the drainages as the county government does its part in improving the drainage system. This, as environment observers blame the depletion of natural barriers such as trees, poor planning and construction without adhering to environmental impact assessments as the greatest challenge. And as the blame game ensues, city residents remain stuck in traffic, hoping that the county government will put their words into action and improve this city's drainage.
I want them to know that you have a government that cares for you. If they don't sleep, we also don't sleep. I've not slept from last evening. If the same happens again, I'm not going to sleep until we resolve some of these issues. I think we now know the problem areas from the experience we've had, and those are the areas we want to start addressing as a matter of urgency.
Water is life, a servant that we rely on a day-to-day basis. But looking at this damage right here tells you just how merciless and ruthless water can be when angry. Certainly strong enough to snap off this metallic railing into half, like a biscuit in the hands of a hungry child. But as the City Council of Nairobi works overtime to make the roads and the culverts passable and usable, the question on Nairobians' mind is, what will be their fate, especially in light of the threat of the forthcoming rains and the even bigger threat of El Niño rains in September, a projection by world meteorologists. The question is mine, the answer is yours. Victor Muyakane, Channel 1.